Celebrating its 35th anniversary, you'll jump through the movie screen of the original 1984 film and walk through some of your favorite scenes, like the New York Public Library, the Temple of Gozer, and more. In this haunted house, you'll be transported to the streets of New York as the rift between worlds opens, releasing ghoulish spirits, hideous specters, and ectoplasmic dripping phantasms in every shape and size. Come face to face with the voracious Slimer, the all-power Gozer the Gozerian, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and more. Peter, Ray, Egon, and Winston will have to save the day as these paranormal creatures materialize in unexpected places. But will their proton packs be enough? Well, they are the
Ghostbusters! Hi, welcome to Spooky Time with Mike and Mindy. Listeners, hello listeners. Oops.
Hi, everyone.
Just got too excited about that.
We got another Halloween Horror Nights announcement today. And
Finally!
I know, it's been like a month since the last house announcement, and we've been dying.
Pretty much, yeah. And they still haven't announced the 5 scare zones for Orlando.
Yep.
And we've got now 4 houses left to go.
4 houses and a show.
And
or
a show.
2, but probably 1.
Who knows? So there's still a lot left.
Yeah.
But we've got this.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be getting an announcement probably every week.
Every week from here until it opens, because while we don't go until the absolute last week of it, at the end of October, it starts.
Yeah.
In like a month and a half.
Yeah.
So they got to announce stuff because they're going to be like opening the doors and people don't know what they're going to be in for.
Yeah, because it starts September 6th. So that's, I don't know, that's almost like tomorrow in my mind because I already am in fall.
And yeah, Mindy's been in fall mode since last week.
Yeah, Michael's has fall stuff out, guys. But anyways, are you excited about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so am I. So what's your experience with this movie, the first movie?
The first one.
Yes.
Well, I mean, obviously, so it came out in 1984.
Yeah, so it's 80s.
We weren't alive.
No.
Just to be real clear about that. We were not alive. However, of course, growing up, this movie was on all the time, at home, on TV, even played the NES video game,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, like... Come on.
There was a TV show too.
Yes,
and
there was
Slimer Juice.
There was the cartoon,
Yeah.
and the high C Slimer thing.
My brother lived on the high C Slimer Juice, and like when it stopped, like he drank it from when it was available until when it was no longer available, and then they did like a limited run of it when he was a bit older, and then he had it nonstop then again. Like he was addicted to that stuff. I don't even remember.
That explains so much.
It does.
Just kidding.
I love Ghostbusters, but I honestly was always so scared of Ghostbusters.
Here's the thing, and maybe this will be a little bit later, or maybe this is the time to transition.
Yeah, why not?
But a lot of people are like, "Oh, Ghostbusters, it's not even scary." Here's the thing. I beg to differ, and I also implore you to rewatch it.
Yeah.
That frickin' librarian.
Dude, the library.
Oh, I still get chills.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, they said that we're going into the library in the announcement, and like, I'm going to die, because that was horrifying. I was so scared of this movie. It was one of those ones that, like, I always wanted to watch because I thought it was really fun, but then it also was horrifying, and there are people saying that this is just not a scary movie. It has no place at Halloween Horror Nights. But I also want to say...
Wrong.
But I also want to say that if you're saying that, then you also have to say that Stranger Things doesn't belong there. Because neither of them are truly horror and scary, you know, if you think about it. I feel like Ghostbusters is scarier than Stranger Things, but here's the other thing. Everybody finds other things scary. You know, like, you can't say something's not scary, you know, and somebody else doesn't find it scary. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's not fair to
Different things scare different people.
Yeah.
So why we bring this up right away is because even though it was announced maybe, like, 8 hours ago?
Yeah.
At time of recording? It's already got some haters.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's had haters even before.
Yeah.
People were, with the rumors, people were already like, oh, Ghostbusters isn't scary. It shouldn't be a house. And I'm like...
Now, here's another thing, too, though.
Yeah.
Aside from your argument of different people find different things scary, totally agree. And also,
Yeah.
too, I think there are scary moments in Ghostbusters. So
100%.
totally to redeem that. Another thing, too, to point out is that Halloween Horror Nights needs the gag house.
Oh, yes.
The joke house. Right? The house that isn't actually scary, but they still scare you.
Right.
I mean, they had Ash vs. Evil Dead, for goodness sakes.
Or
Like, come
Krampus, which I loved.
Krampus.
Which was still a super scary house.
Well, right, that's what I mean. So, like, every year they do have a house or two where it isn't actually, like, make you have PTSD the rest of your
Right.
life. You know what I mean? Like, but they still can scare you. There's still
Yeah.
jumps. There's still elements that make you go, ah!
Honestly, it's nice to have a good mix just because then you're not on edge for hours.
Well, and especially, too, and here's why that matters. Especially because they no longer have the Bill and Ted show.
Yeah,
So because they no longer have the Bill and Ted show, you don't have that break away from the constant scare. Because it used to be 9 houses.
Right.
Now it's 10. So 10 houses, no Bill and Ted show with humor to break it all up.
Right.
And so if they're all supposed to be horrifying, one worse than the next,
Yeah.
you can't... I don't know. I mean, like,
I personally can't
normal,
do it.
well-adjusted human beings have their limits, and that is all I will say.
Yeah, I agree.
So that being said, I ain't a hater. I'm excited.
I'm super, super stoked.
Also,
It's gonna
too...
be groovy, or that's the 70s. I'm not good with lingo from certain
Nope, not at all.
times.
So, I think, and if we don't know the details on this, you can just cut me out or cut this part out. But the details are how they have access to Ghostbusters, because they've wanted to do this for several years.
Yeah.
And now they have access to Ghostbusters through Stranger Things, right?
Well, I don't have the behind the scenes knowledge on this at all, but I'm assuming that either they needed to purchase the rights for Ghostbusters or Netflix already had the rights and it was only a bit extra for them to go that little bit more and have a house.
Right. Like, so they either had to purchase the rights to Ghostbusters to be able to do Stranger Things 2.
Season 2, yeah.
Or they had Stranger Things and Netflix got the rights from Ghostbusters, so then that somehow backdoored Universal into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I definitely think that there's a connection.
There's gotta be.
Yeah.
There's definitely got to be, because I know that
Yeah.
they'd wanted to do this house for a long time, but maybe they
Yeah.
just didn't want to shell out the cash for it, and now they got it at a bargain because, thank you, Netflix.
Right, well, and also it fits in perfectly with another 80s year.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. So did you watch the trailer? Everybody go watch the trailer on the Universal Halloween Horror Nights Orlando website.
Or just go to YouTube.
Or YouTube, whatever. So what did
Either
you
way.
think, though, of the trailer?
Yeah. I thought it was great. They didn't have the music in the trailer, like
No, I
the
noticed.
theme music.
I noticed that, and I'm wondering if what the reasoning is behind that.
But you definitely got the feel without the music.
Yeah.
Like, they did it well. I like the way that they did it.
Yeah, the premise is that there's a security guard, and it seems like he happens upon a ghost or spirit of some kind, and a Twinkie falls, and then he runs, and Ghostbusters, like, go into Universal.
But here's the thing, too. So I wonder if they're able to do it in the house, but not in a video sense, because they didn't show you the faces of any of the Ghostbusters. You just saw the suits. And
Yeah.
also, too, you're led to believe that it's,
The marshmallow?
oh my god. No, not Stay Puft.
Oh, what? Winston?
No,
What?
the
What are
ghost. Oh my god, this
What
is so
ghost?
embarrassing.
Slimer?
Yes, Slimer. You're led to believe it's Slimer because it's a green color.
There is a green light, yeah.
Yeah, so... Jeez. Yeah,
I
so...
can't believe you didn't remember Slimer's name.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yikes.
Drag me through the mud, folks. Or the, whatever, like ectoplasmic stew.
Yeah, people are saying that
But
they
that's from
should
the second
have,
movie,
like,
sorry.
they are saying that it'd be cool to have, like, ecto-cool drinks or something. Yeah.
I want it. I mean, I really do. I really hope they have some Ghostbusters inspired, like, drinks or foods or
Before we get on
something.
that, I wanted to say that the trailer gets me even more hyped than I thought I already was.
Really?
For the house. I don't know, like, it just puts you in that Ghostbusters, like, mood,
Yeah.
you know? Because you're like, oh, yes, I loved that movie, I'm excited, but, like, that trailer, it just made my excitement even higher.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the merch that could come out with this Ghostbusters house announcement.
The merch.
That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I am like stoked. I love merch. I want like a Slimer shirt or a Slimer hat, and like I want to slime all out.
All right.
Yeah. So is there anything in particular? So I'm not super good with remembering movies, especially ones that scare me. So we're going to rewatch this one, but I don't think we're going to do a review or anything on it. But is there anything from the movie that you hope to see in the house?
The chair.
The chair. Can you explain it?
The chair. No, it's like a brief moment. Maybe you blocked it out, but
Maybe.
Sigourney Weaver's character.
Yeah.
So she, her apartment's haunted, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I think it's the last moment you see her before she actually gets possessed. So she's sitting in her chair, and then the hands break out from the chair and hold her down.
Oh,
and then like the
yeah.
chair goes screaming towards the open door.
Yep. I forgot about it. I blocked it.
Yeah, because that part is messed up. So, but I don't know how that would necessarily scare you walking through a house unless like the chair's coming right at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do they?
I think it'd be a scene we would see. Not something we'd participate in.
Well, exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, so part of what's scary is like, oh my god, you're sitting in a chair and hands just hold you down.
Right.
Like, ugh.
And they're not gonna touch you or anything in these houses, so
No.
I don't know how that would be conveyed.
But to me, that's a scary scene.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a scary scene for sure. I think it'd be cool.
I think you'll be chased by the dogs for sure.
Oh yeah. Which that's like one of my favorite parts in the movie when he's like trying
Moranis
to
is
like at the
Everyone's
restaurant.
having their nice dinner.
I was gonna say I think we're definitely gonna see like eggs bursting on a counter and like the light up fridge and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like to get into
Open
it.
the fridge is gonna be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be super cool. And like we said, the library scene, obviously. And then I also just want to see Slimer just like eating a bunch of stuff with things falling out of him. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I want it because like that's just so Slimer. Like, and oh my God, you guys, the smells in this house with the marshmallow guy. I am like so ready for that. So ready for it.
Yep.
You know, I'm all about the smells.
So here's the thing. What if the end of the house is us walking through like the aftermath of the Stay Puft and like it's just like marshmallow goo
and what if it just
everywhere.
smells like roasted
S'mores,
marshmallows?
toasted marshmallows.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so good.
Okay, you've set my expectations for toasted marshmallows, and I will accept nothing less. And if there are no toasted marshmallows, then I am just going to scream.
No, same though, because
Okay.
like I love it. I love it. Like the smells are like 90% of why I go to this. No, I'm just kidding. But like it's a big thing for me.
No, it enhances it. I think so.
Yeah, like I've said before, I'm all about the details, and I feel like smells just like put it over the top.
Yeah.
So with
Makes
this,
you feel more immersed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this announcement, or is there anything else you want to say about what you want to see in the house? I think I need to rewatch the movie before I can really start speculating.
I think like we rewatched it 2 years ago. I think.
I feel like we
did
watch it
1 and
every
2.
year, or we watch part of it at least every
And
year.
if I'm being honest, and feel free to send your hate my way, sometimes because I've watched the first and second one so much, I try to like I think of scenes and like nope, that's the second one.
Yeah,
that's
they
not
kind
the
of,
first one.
They kind of mesh together.
Yeah.
You cross the streams.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, no, same though. And I'm a little sad that like it's not like combination house of the first and second one.
Yeah, that would be.
But there's plenty of
That would
stuff
be
from the
good.
first movie
Well,
to
of
make an
course,
amazing
there's
house. So.
plenty, but yeah, it would be really awesome if it was both because it's one of those rare cases, and I think it happened a lot in like mid 80s, early 90s, where you had sequels to movies that were like as good or better, right?
Mm-hmm.
This falls into that category. Ghostbusters 1 and 2, like both are solid installments.
Oh yeah, yeah, I agree.
But yeah, it's not though. But yeah, I think that's all I can think of for at least right now. Things that I definitely want to see
Yeah.
in the house.
So far they've announced 3 intellectual properties. We have Ghostbusters, Stranger Things Season 2, and Universal Monsters.
2 and 3.
Well, so I've heard, actually, I don't think I told you, I'm about to disappoint you, that It's mainly Stranger Things 2 with a bit of 3. Yeah, I know. And, like, I don't really like Stranger Things 2 very much, like we talked about in our episode.
Just finished 3. And
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was so much better.
It was so good.
So
they're going to have Stranger Things next year.
I don't know, probably. Okay, so we have those 3 intellectual properties, and then we have Yeti, Terror of the Yukon, Nightingale's Blood Pit, and Depths of Fear for the originals. So tell me, out of all 6, is Ghostbusters your number 1 now?
I mean, it has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is it at least your number 1 out of the intellectual properties?
Look, yes, it's my...
Yeah.
No, now, since you threw that qualifier in there that Stranger Things mostly 2, somewhat 3.
Right. That drops it, doesn't it?
It lowers it a bit for me. Again, Universal Monsters, also knowing that it's not the original black and whites, lowers it again for me.
Yeah.
So Ghostbusters is zooming up to the top.
Yeah, because it is what we want. You know, like it is the 84 movie Ghostbusters with the characters we love, the ghosts in those scenes.
Yeah.
So I think like
I'm gonna just put it to you this way. I'm most excited for Ghostbusters. Also too because I have an entire lifetime of being exposed to this and enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
And now I get to experience it.
yeah,
So it's kind of not fair.
sure.
It's also, I feel like, a universally loved movie. I mean, like...
Universal.
My mom, that does not like horror movies...
Everybody likes Ghostbusters.
At all, likes Ghostbusters.
Right. Like, tell me you don't like Ghostbusters.
That's what I mean.
Like, please.
Yeah.
Step off. Of course you like Ghostbusters. Stop acting like you're cooler than you are.
Exactly. So, for me anyway, definitely IPs, Ghostbusters number 1. When it comes to originals, here's the thing. I'm most excited for Ghostbusters, but I'm also excited for the way that they're going to scare me in the originals. Because Ghostbusters, there's gonna be jumps, right? There's gonna be jumps, they're gonna catch me off guard, but I'm not really gonna be scared by it. Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But I feel like...
No, that librarian's going to come after you, and we're going to come back to this, and we're going to be like, remember how Mike said he wasn't going to be scared in Ghostbusters? He ran out that
I had to drag him out in tears.
Yeah, no, you would run.
We're not reliving Poltergeist, okay? When Mindy pretended, or did her best impression of being an anchor. I was the ship, she was the anchor. And she was like, you're just going to hang back here with that doll, that clown doll, Mike. And I was like, I am running. Fight or flight, fight or flight.
Yeah.
It's flight.
So fun, though.
Anyway, so IPs I feel safe putting Ghostbusters number 1, but...
The originals, I feel like, are strong this year as far as the themes
potential
and like
what they're going
the
for.
Stories and everything that they've released so far about them. I am hyped for these originals this year, like the creative team has just gotten like in the 3 years we've gone.
That we've gone.
Like just better and better with originals in my opinion,
Yeah.
and they all pretty much tie up at the top for me. Everybody knows Stranger Things has been at the bottom for me, still pretty much is. I am still excited for Universal Monsters, mostly for the detail aspect of that house, to see how it's all done and what kind of nods are in that house. But yeah, Ghostbusters is like number 1, tied with Yeti and Blood Pit for sure, with Depths of Fear coming in second.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be...
I'm just going to leave it as I'm not ranking... I'm keeping them separate. IPs and originals are separate. I don't feel it's fair to rate them in the same categories.
I agree.
At this point in time.
Yeah, well, and I think that, I don't know, maybe this year we just have to keep them separate until we experience them.
Yeah.
Because you really never know what you're getting into with originals.
No,
so.
You really don't.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Screw the haters. So
yeah, forget it. Take your hate somewhere else.
Yeah.
So wait. So you where did you rank everything again?
Ghostbusters is number 1.
For IPs or for everything?
Well, so for IPs, Ghostbusters is 1.
Yeah.
If I look at everything, I'm going to tie Ghostbusters with Yeti and Blood Pit because I am excited for both of those houses, like,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
much.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's
I like
going to
it.
be good.
It is going to be really good.
All right. So that wraps up our announcement episode, guys.
Yeah. So don't cross the streams.